Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, put your hand up. Put your hand up if you use tactics. Yeah, hardly any of you have your hands up. So today we're going to be talking about tactics, not so much what you should do, where you should go, but just in tactics in general, and how tactics can actually win you games. Now in this video we're going to not talk about the T22, but we're going to be playing the T22 because I will be, if not already, released a video of the T22. This replay here that you're watching now does feature in that video, but I wanted to show and talk about the tactic side. So we've pushed on the right side here. Now there is myself and a light tank against one medium tank on the enemy team, but we could have easily pushed this side of the map. It's a medium side. We could have easily pushed thinking, you know what, there's only going to be one medium. However, we didn't push. I'm sitting here waiting. I'm looking around. I've got my Death Star there. I've also got my T57 there. So I don't want to push because now, as you can see, there is an E4 there as well. So now there's the medium tank and a tank destroyer. You've got to also remember there's another 5 tanks out there that haven't been spotted. Where are they? So what I'm going to do now, the E4 is taking his shot. The T57 is actually making a push. So I'm going to make a push with the T57 and the T92E1. So that means there was 3 of us all on that one tank. So now, yes, I have taken a shot from the E4, but considering there was no other tank spotted around this side of the map, I was kind of guessing he was on his own. Now, sometimes you can guess wrong. Sometimes you can guess wrong, but that is the risk that you have to take. What I intended to do is get around the E4. I wasn't expecting that AMX-50B to be where he was, but I wanted to get around the tank because if I don't get around the tank, he's got plenty of options. You know, he's got me, the T57, the Death Star, the T92E1, all sitting in front of him. So I wanted to get behind him. So at least then I'm not getting shot. But then, of course, I didn't expect the AMX-50B to be there. So even now, so there's 4 tanks left alive. Luckily, all 4 are spotted, so I know exactly where they are. Now, at this point of the game, I don't have the hit points. I don't want to go straight towards that B area because that is where pretty much everybody is. So I'm going to go and push towards the A area. They have just caught the base, or at least one of them has just caught the base. So I'm going to go towards the A area with my T92E1. So, of course, he is going to push forward there. I'm just going to sit in this tree. And so far, there is the VK45. Now, you can see there are 3 tanks all spotted right about now. But there is still one tank that isn't spotted, and that is the tank destroyer. So, yeah, I don't want to just rush out and take shots because I don't know where he is. Now, the T92E1, not sure what he does. Just watch it. He's going in. All 4 tanks are now spotted, so I now know that this guy is on his own. He doesn't seem a great player, and I am taking shots, like he is taking shots from me without me taking anything from him. So I'm just going to wait. Look at my team. All of my team are around the B area with 3 other tanks. All the other 3 are spotted. So what I decided to do is just sit here. I don't want to risk taking any shots at this point. I know he's not reloaded, so I do take the shot. And now I know that he would be reloaded. I'm just going to wait because at the moment there's a 3 versus 3 now over there. There goes the E100, so it's a 3 tank versus 2 tank over there. So I'm just going to keep this guy there. And that is what I do. We end up winning the game and all was happy. Obviously, as I stated, not all tactics do go your way. So this map, for example, I've got myself and a Progetto against 2 medium tanks in the enemy team. So of course, we're going to push the medium route, which is normally this way. On this map, who knows where everybody's going to go? You don't. And they could go left, they could go right, they could go middle. So I'm going to push up here, try and get the spots in just to see who is around. And we could get lucky and there could be 2 tanks here. So there is the Leopard behind me or to the right of me. And this Progetto decided to push down. So of course, me and this Progetto are going to absolutely destroy this guy. Now, the Leopard 1 is also around. Now, the thing is, if the Leopard 1 pushes now, but considering the Peugeot 65 is pretty much a one-shot, if the Leopard 1 pushes now, he is going to also get deleted because it's just one shot left for this Peugeot, and then there will be me, who is full hit points, and the Peugeot, who is decent enough hit points, half hit points, against the Leopard 1. Now, luckily for the enemy team, the Leopard 1 was like, you know what, if the Peugeot wants to push and be a noob, I ain't. He sits back, and as it happens, there is an E3 sitting right there. Now, the enemy win this game for one reason and one reason alone. That E3 sitting where he's sitting. He's decided not to go with his team where they're all going. They're all going to the right side. They're all going to the middle. Except for the two medium tanks who come this way. He was like, do you know what? I'm going to support my mediums. And that's exactly what he did. And he, by himself, changed the outcome of the game. I say by himself, the Leopard 1 as well. He decided not to be a noob and push with the Peugeot. He's going to sit back and just let us deal with the Peugeot whilst our Peugeot loses his hit points. And then as soon as we kill our Peugeot, their Peugeot, my Peugeot, then gets shot from the E3, and it's at this point it's game over. He's pushing on me, he's got better DPM than me, and yet he does literally kill me along with the E3 helping as well. So yeah, not everything does go your way. You'll sit there and you'll look at the enemy. You always look at the minimap. You know, the minimap can be your best friend here. And I've always said that for years. The minimap, if you want to use tactics and you want to win more games, the minimap can be your best friend, honestly. Don't just YOLO like that Peugeot did. When that guy started to YOLO, I thought, you know what, we got this, because the Leopard 1's going to come in with him. But yep, the Leopard 1 decided to sit back, hold it out, and it worked out for them. This map, again, so I'm looking at the lineup. So there's two mediums and a light tank on the enemy. There's me and a light tank on our team. So we are, you know, they've got more medium tanks. So is it good to go the medium route? It can be. You know, it can be, as long as my team come with me. You know, this is where I would need the support from maybe tank destroyers, or I'll need the support from heavies. And you can counter that. You know, if you've got more mediums in your team, most people will be like, okay, we need to go the medium route because we got more mediums. Clear the mediums, and then we could go on to the heavy route. We could have done that this game. So I'm looking, and you could just see right about now, I went to go to the A route as soon as I start playing. As soon as it starts, blah, 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 where are you? And I start going, and I see that the Sheridan decides not to go. So, of course, I'm not going to go that way on my own. Everyone else is going to the right side. So, okay, fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. We're going to the heavy side. Everybody's pushing. So, at this point, the enemy are already catching base C. And if you watch any second, they're going to go through base A. So, we know that the team already split up. We know that they've already split apart. We don't know how many have gone to the A side. So what you could do in this situation, if you look at it and you look at tactics, is rush. You could do the rush job. You know, we are all together. There's 7 of us all together, and we know that the enemy tanks are 7, like they're not all together. They are split apart. Even here, look at the minimap. They have just now got around. And in fact, what has made it really difficult, there's 2 things that have made it really difficult this game. One, that my team decided not to actually rush and not push, but also the enemy, just the medium tank, decided not to sit and cap that base A. They've decided to go straight through. Nothing spotted. No one on my team was spotted around that A area. So they decided to rush straight through, get behind, and then when you get behind your enemy this quick, the problem is we've got tank destroyers and we've got heavies in front of us. But not only that, we've now got mediums and light tanks behind us. So what that does is it's just standard, you know. If you're shooting, if you're in a tank destroyer or a heavy tank and you're like here, like this guy now, the VK72, he's turned around to deal with the medium tanks. Now what has happened is he's left the heavy tanks that are behind him. So not only has he just got a tank in front of him, like sort of here, he's now got a tank over sort of to the left side because he's got mediums. And not only that, look at the Death Star, he's now got a tank sort of to the side of him. So enemy are all over, they are everywhere. So that was a massive decision for the enemy team, the medium tanks, to rush around the map. So there we go, little bit of lesson there in tactics. It does win you games, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.